During that time, I was declared disabled. You cannot imagine. Here, I'm suffering, not breathing well, having frequent attacks, and then at the same time, I I have now I don't have any money coming to me. So my pocket was sick and my physical body was sick. However, I traveled to Africa, and that's where my sister, who knew my challenges because I shared with her, she saw me now. She realized how bad it was. That's when she shared with me New Life actually products, not the opportunity at the time, because I could not even listen about the opportunity. However, despite of what, despite of what I was still skeptical and very reluctant. But my sister's Eunice Marangu, being the kind of person and the kind sister and loving sister she is, she bought me two products, 3NN and Herbal Respiratory. She just targeted on my breathing. Guys, those products that you have seen Pascal showing us, I can tell you, I have a great testimony of those products. Can you imagine within 3 days of taking Herbal Respiratory and 3NN, the way I was taking nebulizer every 2 hours, I stopped. And I can tell you, up to today, I've never taken the nebulizer. Came back here, and then I decided now to get started, where I was able to get all the products that I needed for my targeted solution. Pascal just shared with us that in order for us to succeed, we have to use the products because our business is about sharing the products with others, and then start sharing the product, and of course, start developing ourselves. But sometimes we may ask ourselves, how do we develop ourselves and how do we share the products? When you use the products, you develop a story. You have your testimony. For me, my greatest why was to improve my health. And let me tell you the exciting part. That first month when I decided to get started, I bought all the products. At the time, I think I was told I was a manager, which I didn't know what it meant. But I continued using the products I used for 2 months without sharing with anyone. Why? Because I wanted to make sure if I'm ready to share with anybody, I know exactly what I'm telling them. So when I started getting well, that's the time now I started reading that kit that I know some of them, the kits that you get when you join, you just put it away. I started reading about the compensation plan. And you know why? Because I received a check of $17 that first month. To me, it seems like it was little, but guess what? It was a lot of money. I remember even calling one of my team member, who is also a surfer here, and I said, this can buy credit for somebody in Africa. And that is the time I actually started looking at the compensation plan and getting started. And I started also reading about more products. Guess what? I had said I am not interested with the business because I didn't have people to share with. Simply because I am separated with my employer, and this is a place where I had worked for a long time. So my friends were there. And guess what? I was told, no, you still have people that you can share with. And this is by listening to the trainings, because at the time now, I was hungry to run, to know what is it? What is it? Why did I get the money? So I started attending the trainings. That was after 2 months, guys. I started attending trainings in Kenya, and I was leading a lot. And thank you, Pascal, because of all the trainings that you do every day, and up to today, you still do it 5 years later. So if you are not one of the people that attend trainings every day, this is where you can be able to grow the business. So I was able to run those 3 success habits that Pascal shared with me today, with all of us today. And I started sharing winery with everybody that I knew would benefit, and people I knew, and all my now former colleagues. I started looking for their numbers on my phone. So just know, if you have a phone, all those contacts are your people. Don't say you don't have anybody to talk to. All you have to do is share your story, the story that you developed after taking the products. For me, when I took and I started feeling better, my energy came back, I started sleeping better. I was so excited to share with others so that they can actually see what, feel what I have felt. Because for me, I started also learning more about the company. And that's when I realized this is a company that is built on purpose, passion, and also people. And the more we share with other people, especially our customers and our downlines, they will be able to share. If somebody gets results, believe me, like Jerry Brasfield said, when the people keep getting results, you continue having repeat customers. And this is a testimony that I have seen. Most people that I have shared with, people who had challenges, people who have improved their health, they don't miss to buy their products every day. Because one thing I learned, that in order for you, even if you bring 100 people and you are not doing your 100 points, you cannot be paid by the company. So I started practicing that, and I know there is no month I have never done my 100 points. And then on top of that now, when I started attending the trainings, I was able also to learn how to be a trainer. Because the first thing is for us to run from our uplines, and then we start doing what we have done or what they do. Because, for example, Pascal has taught us today, but the information he has given us, what are we going to do with it? This is where now personal decisions come in, because it's up to you now to start thinking, because everything starts in your mind. Where are you, where are you going? And Pascal said, it all started with a dream. It all starts with your dream. Everything is in your mind, and you have to tell yourself you can do it. For example, I'm a grandma, very busy. I do this business part-time. But within 4 months, I was a director. 6 months, I was a Sapphire director. And I'm looking forward to go beyond. It's something that is durable. And I can tell you, anybody can do this by just doing those little things that you do daily. Because all you have to do is those small things you do every day. That's what leads to success. Because honestly, wealth comes through creation, not by willpower, or it's not by even forcing other people to do what you do, but it's by people, you being attractive to people. When people get attracted to you, when they want to do what you do, they will start doing it. As leaders in our business, we have to believe in the people that we bring in our business, duplicate ourselves in them, train them on how also they can be able to duplicate themselves, just like Pascal has trained us today. And this is what I do every day. For me, every day I wake up with my diary that I plan for previous day, knowing how many people do I want to send messages, how many people do I need to call. And this is in my calendar that I work with every day. So every day you have to plan how many people do you want to get? Because the key thing, our business is about talking to people. Honestly, if we don't reach out to people, then we don't have a business if we close our mouth. And I know I borrowed this from one of our leaders who was training us that a closed mouth is a closed business. And you have to believe in yourself and have faith in God. Because I know when God created us, He created each one of us with a unique quality. And New Life is a vehicle that can lead us to where we want to go. But what is our dream? What is our vision? You have to vision yourself and tell yourself, I can do things through Christ who created me, because everybody can. If a grandmother like me can be able to build a business, that I tell you that $17 has multiplied over 200 times. You all can do even better than me, because especially our young people, they know a lot of technology, which people like us don't know. But we are still willing to run, because so many people have lost jobs when you look at it. And we have what it takes to get to these people. When you look at the whole world, everybody, they are suffering physically and financially. How about if you can give somebody a hope? Because this is what we do. Give others hope. For me, it's not even about the money that we get, but it's about seeing that life change. If I can share the story of how many people call me every day, like I can share a story of one of my leaders here in North America, one of my downlines. And this lady was bedridden for 7 years. Can you imagine last December, she was in Kenya, and January, her family and said she will not be able to travel in Kenya alive. But who is God? She is one of the people now that has testimony to share, and many, many, many others. But we always say in your life, we don't treat, we don't cure. But when you feed yourselves with the right nutrition, the body heals itself. But it's not about only supplements alone that can be able to heal you. It's also about lifestyle. Eat well. For me, when I came here, I have really benefited a lot. My health is 100% now. I can learn, I can scoot, I can do anything. Number two, I'm become a better leader. I'm being trained, because the more you step up, when you become emerald, the company trains you. And every day there are trainings here. Self-development is the key for each of us to be able to grow this business. Just like a doctor, they cannot be doctors before they go to school and be trained also. Because even after graduation, they have to go to do those residency and everything, the internships, so that they can learn how to take care of the patients. Same thing with us here. Our business, if you don't attend trainings, my friend, it's very hard to run the skills. Because one thing, you have also to learn how to speak to people, because we don't speak about in your life or about the products. We speak about the business, and then you show people the products that will be able to help them. Number two, believe in your team. Believe in your prospect and your downline. And our business, the fortune of our business is in follow-up. Follow-up with your customers, your people, your customers, your prospects, your downlines. Today is 29th of the month. Tomorrow we are closing the month. It's the end of the month. How many people did you follow up today? What is your goal for the month? Still, that one day can make a difference for you to step up. I have one of my team members that I followed up yesterday. And I said, you're a few points away from becoming a senior manager. Right now, she is a senior manager. So guys, the key thing is to follow up, speak to people, and believe me, there is nothing that you cannot reach. It's just putting yourself out there, because our business is about, creating relationships. It's about creating a legacy. What do you want to be remembered by your family, even when you leave this world? Do you want them to remember you for the big debts that you have left with them? Even the word of God says, a wise man leaves inheritance to his children and grandchildren. This is a business that can help you leave the legacy, because it's not like a job that you have. When you resign or retire that job, your children will not be able to replace you. But if you start building your retirement today, believe me, you'll be able to leave a legacy to your children and your grandchildren, and not even them, generations to come, because this is a generational business. And I know I cannot be able to do it alone. Pascal can't. But if we all join ourselves together, team up together, and today make a vow and say, this month, Wednesday is fast. From Wednesday, each one of us say, every day we'll be speaking to 10 people. Guess what? We can be able to reach the whole world. We can be able to reach as many people, impact their lives to live happier, healthier, and also a life of purpose. Because guess what? Our health is the greatest wealth. And if we all can share this with others, we won't be serving, because our business is about service. And when we serve others, the more people we develop in our teams, the more leaders we develop, our business also becomes sustainable. And guess what? One person at a time. Your daily, we call it DMO, daily method of operation. What do you do every day? Do you treat this business as a hobby? Guys, let's treat it as a business where you sacrifice time. I remember listening to one of the leaders in South Africa, Charlie Button. He said, if you can sacrifice 1 to 2 hours every day, it does not matter how busy you are, because sometimes we waste a lot of time with things that are not money making. You can be able to do this business and do it part-time. And guys, I'm able to pay my bills, and I'm able to buy my products without any problem every month, simply because of New Life, a business that has been built on purpose, passion, and the people. And the more we continue talking to people, the more we build our business. So, guys, let's all go out there. Let's all go and step up, make next steps, and reach out to many people. And I know together we rise, and we can be able to change this world to live healthier and happier. And there is no better time like now, when everybody in the whole world needs us. Thank you all, and have a wonderful evening. And if a grandma like me can do it, we all can. And you all can do better than me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Josephine.